Sawubona, sawubona mngani. Welcome back to Mama Thando's isiZulu classroom, where learning isiZulu is fun. isiZulu Simnandi. Mngani, in this lesson, we are learning how to count objects in isiZulu. We will be counting items by 3. So 3 of this item and 3 of that item. In isiZulu, the adjective always comes after the noun. For example, to say a beautiful girl. The word girl, intombazane, will come first, followed by the adjective hle, which is beautiful. Intombazane enhle is what you then get. Yes, we will talk about those first 2 letters before the adjective itself, hle. In this case, though, the adjective will be the number 3 because we are describing the noun by the number 3, saying there are 3 of this and 3 of that. You will see 2 words. The first will be the noun followed by the number 3. The number you will see will be the root of the full number that we use when we list numbers in isiZulu. To say 3 dads or 3 fathers, you will see the word obaba, fathers, first, followed by the number 3. The number 3 in isiZulu is kuthathu. Kuthathu. We will only use the root of the number and leave the prefix behind. A prefix is made up of the first 1 to 3 letters of the word. For the number 3, which is kuthathu, the prefix is ku, and the root of the number is thathu. And that is one you will see with the adjective. For some words, you will see the number 3 like this, ntathu, instead of thathu. And so, 3 dads is obaba abathathu. The letters aba before the number 3, thathu, is the prefix for the adjective. The prefix of the noun and the prefix of its adjective never change. If a word starts with o, then its adjective will always start with aba. If the word starts with aba, then its adjective will always have the prefix aba. If a word starts with ama, then the adjective will always start with a. If a word starts with im, then its adjective will always start with e. If a word starts with isi, then its adjective will always start with esi. If a word starts with ili, then its adjective will always start with eli. If a word starts with ulu, then its adjective will always start with olu. If a word starts with o, then its adjective will always start with aba. If a word starts with then its adjective will always start with o. If a word starts with easy, then the adjective will always start with easy. And now let's get on to counting specific objects in all the different groupings of nouns in isiZulu. I will first tell you the word we are describing, followed by the full phrase with the noun and the number adjective. Abantu, people. Abantu abathathu.
Now you try.
Oh mama, mothers. Oh mama abathathu.
Now you try.
Imizi, homes. Imizi emithathu.
Now you try.
Amehlo, eyes. Amehlo amathathu.
Now you try.
Izandla, hands. Izandla ezintathu.
Now you try.
Izimbali, flowers. Izimbali ezintathu.
Now you try.
Izinja, dogs. Izinja ezintathu.
Now you try.
Izinti, sticks. Izinti ezintathu.
Now you try.
For words that start with ubu, ubu, they are considered uncountable nouns in isiZulu as they are abstract nouns, nouns that we've taken from other nouns. So they are uncountable. But there are a few words here and there that can be counted. For example, a face, ubuso. We can say one face, two face, 100 faces. And so we can say ubuso obuthathu. Notice that whether it is one face, ubuso obubodwa, or two faces, ubuso obubili, or three faces, ubuso obuthathu, that the word itself never changes. It still stays the same, ubuso. It doesn't have a plural because it is considered to be in a group that just does not change. It stays as it is.
Now you try.
For words starting with UK, UKU, uku, or UKW, those words are not countable. We cannot count walking, ukuhamba. We cannot count flying, ukundiza. Those are gerunds, verbal nouns. So nouns made out of verbs. As you see in English that we can take the word to swim and add an ing at the end and say swimming. We take the word to read and we add an ing and it is reading. Those are verbal nouns or gerunds. And in isiZulu, those are ukubhukuda, ukufunda. We cannot count them and say one ukufunda, two ukufunda. We cannot do that. And so these ones are uncountable. That is how to count objects in isiZulu using the number 3. Make sure to watch the other video lessons teaching how to count objects in other numbers in isiZulu. Ngiyabonga mngani, sala kahle.